Welcome to Guelph Fight Wrestle Hut. I am Andrew Sennedra. This is the Flower Child, Captain Witchfingers, and today we're doing the best predictions in the universe on Forbidden Door. And we're going to be diving into this and our thoughts. So let's dive into the first match. I believe it's on the buy-in. I don't know how many matches are on the buy-in, but we got, let's see, what we got here. Gun Club and Max Caster going up against...
This is Yuya Uemura, Alex Coughlin, the DKC, and Kevin Knight.
So yeah, even though he's Asian, he can butcher Asian names. But I'm thinking, what are we going with? What am I going with? Anyways, I think I'm going with the Gun Club and Max Caster on this one. I think
same thing. I'm gonna pick the same thing. I have no idea who the other guys are, so
pick
the same thing.
He doesn't know many of these Japanese or these New Japan guys. So, but I thought, yeah, maybe the Gun Club and Max Caster since they're riding a good wave right now. Then we're moving on to QT Marshall and Aaron Solo versus
Chaos, Hiroshi Goto, and Yoshihashi.
This is going to be part of the entertainment, listening to him butcher names. I'm thinking Chaos, Hiroshi Goto, and Yoshihashi, which should take out QT Marshall and Aaron Solo potentially. I think that would be, make sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And the Factory never wins the big one; they only wins against jobbers. So we'll see.
Now we're moving on to Swerve and Our Glory. I don't really care for them anyways, and I don't really care if they win or lose. Well, actually, I'd prefer them losing maybe, but they're taking on who we got here.
Suzuki Gun, El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
There we go. He does it another one. Who you got in this one? You're picking...
I'm also going to think Swerve and Our Glory. Even though they're like, a bit shaky right now, I still think they're going to try to push them kind of thing.
Yeah, so. I think they're going to win, but I don't really care if they win or prefer them to lose anyways. But that's what I think about that. And then we're moving on to an awesome match that we got set up next. Fucking Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, Hangman Adam Page, and Adam Cole. That should be a dynamite of a match.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like amazing. That one might steal the show. Like, I think I'm more excited than that one.
Jay White is a mastermind at being a character in the ring and speaking and having that come to life. And that's why I'm picking him to retain the title and hold on to it. He's going to beat these other chuds and retain the title. Damn right.
Yeah, we were kind of saying like how we were kind of surprised it was like a turn into a 4-way because like
yeah, that was awesome.
It could have been like a tag team because like there's like
that's what I thought too initially. Actually.
So then I'm thinking like, how are they like dynamics work? Because like those two are like Bullet Club friend buddies kind of thing. Are they gonna try to form an alliance, or are there going to be some backstabbing involved, so it's interesting to see.
Yeah, it should be a dynamite of a match, really, really interesting. And same with this next one. This next one is going to be absolutely fantastic. You got Pac, who is an absolute killer in the ring, awesome in everything, especially, the match he had leading, up to this one against Buddy Matthews, the buff priest going toe-to-toe. We got Miro, who's come back, who always looks awesome, athletic big man, Malachi Black, who's just been killing it. He's looked awesome. And then we got Clark Connors comes out of there, out of the New Japan. He's good. I do like him. I know you haven't seen him. He's raw. He's the young guy coming up, but he definitely can do a lot of different things. He's a hard hitter and a pretty good overall guy, but he's just brand new. To me, from a certain angle with that cowboy hat on, he looks like a young Hangman Adam Page. So, but I think that match is going to be, that one could steal the show too. Yeah. And I'm picking Malachi Black because I think he deserves this belt. I think he deserves this push. I think he's done so many different things, and the House of Black can finally grow into more of a powerhouse.
I forgot to pick my last one, so I picked Jay White, and then back to on topic.
Oh,
this one.
See,
this one I was like, I don't know, because like I could see so many possible winners.
There's at least 3 guys that we think could win.
Like, but I'm thinking like Miro already had this belt, and so like. I think Pac deserves it. Like, he put on like a lot of amazing matches kind of thing. Like, dude deserves a belt. Like, come on.
Well, the one with Buddy Matthews, the Buff Priest match was pretty impressive. So we're going a bit of a different opinions on this one. I got Malachi, you got Pac, but that's pretty good. I think it's a hard one to pick, really.
Yeah.
And then we got sort of it might be an all right match. We got the Le Sex Gods, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and then who's he got with him?
Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino.
Yeah, so we got some hard, heavy-handed hitters. I think Eddie Kingston and Suzuki are going to start, beating each other up quite a bit in that one. And Sammy Guevara will probably, attack Wheeler Yuta or something. Maybe Umino will go on against. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I definitely got some interesting matchups of like people going toe to toe in the ring in this one.
Yeah, I think Scott will take this, and then maybe like on the next Wednesday of Blood and Guts, it's gonna be reverse kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
I'm agreeing with you on that one. I definitely, you could see the sort of writing on the wall of how the direction of what they're gonna go with that.
And you don't bet against Suzuki Minoru, right? That guy's crazy.
Yeah, like he'll pull a Perry Saturn and like he'll just start hitting you for real and be like, oh, you're not pinning me, I'm kicking out. Like he just no sell stuff because he can. He can no-sell stuff because he is that hard of a dude. And that's just the way it rolls with Minoru Suzuki. Take it or leave it and just get the hell out.
He's a hard dude, what can you say?
The epitome of a hard dude, yeah, exactly. Then we're going to have a very interesting match coming up. Will Osprey versus Orange Cassidy. This one, I don't know. I'm thinking Orange Cassidy just coming back, so I'm going to go with Will Osprey. Plus, I just think Will Osprey is one of the top guys in the entire world. So, you can't have him lose, even though it's Orange Cassidy. You just can't have this guy lose. He's so damn dynamic all over the damn place. Everyone just thinks he's an aerial guy, but he can do so much.
Yeah, I was thinking that at the same thought process where like, Orange Cassidy just came back, but then I'm like, Will Osprey is just so good. Like, this guy is like, like the moves he does, like, he makes it look so smooth that you make it think that it's easy, but then like, that's not easy. This guy's just like that damn good. And
we can see like what he's capable of working with. If he can put on a good match with Orange Cassidy, you can see that he's working with Orange Cassidy. He had the one with Dax Harwood in that style. He can wrestle guys like Okada, Minoru Suzuki. He can do the crazy, high-flying aerial stuff with like Amazing Red we saw him. So he's just such a well-diverse wrestler that he can fit into any sort of match, any sort of match up with any wrestler. So yeah, we're both going Osprey, I think.
Yeah. I'm still looking for like the bit of comedy act that Orange is gonna bring. Like you can never predict what he's gonna do next, so we'll see.
Yeah, and then we're moving on to, looks like we got FTR who are going to be defending the ROH titles in this match. So it's a winner take all. So this one should be quite dynamic. You got United Empire. Looks like you got Great-O-Khan and Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb is just absolutely awesome. He had a really solid match with Cash Wheeler. And then that's finishing up with the tag teams there, Roppongi Vice, Trent and Rocky Romero.
Yeah, I think I hope the United Empire wins because you got the Olympian, you got Cobb. He's like a beast, like throws everybody around. So I'm like, this guy can he can probably throw two guys around.
I'm the only man who does the dolphin flips that way. Everybody else does standing moonsaults. He does dolphin flips. That's the difference. And I do think that, I personally think United Empire will win just because it's the ROH tag titles. So maybe they'll get it. But I don't know. FTR, they're going on this run of collecting titles like Kenny did, right? So, we'll have to see how that plays out. I'm hoping for United Empire, so that's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I was thinking like FTR might be leading the win because like they're on a push, but I just like the other team better, so I'm gonna go with United Empire.
So we're sort of mostly on the same page on this so far. Then we got, this one's going to be awesome. I love this one because El Phantasmo really fits what the Young Bucks do. Sort of goofy at times, funny, but like can be also such a well-rounded wrestler. So you got like a Bullet Club, Young Bucks, El Phantasmo, and Hikuleo taking on
the dudes with attitude. I didn't even know that a name, but there you go. Darby Allin, Sting, Shingo Takagi, and Hiromu Takahashi.
There we go. I made sure he did that one. I want to see how you do those names. But this one should be. This one's a little tricky. But I'm thinking Sting, Darby, Shingo, and Takahashi will I think they might win unless they lose, and then there's sort of some revenge, on Dynamite or something. But I don't know. It's a tough one. But I'm thinking, dudes with attitudes.
I'm gonna have to go with Bullet Club. Man, I love watching El Phantasmo wrestle. That guy's like hilarious.
I didn't know you did.
Like when I first saw him, I'm like, who is this slacker looking dude? And like usually the bad guys, you don't really see him like do like aerials, flips. I'm like, this guy's like doing crazy flips. I love this guy.
And it's so casual how he busts things out too. All of a sudden he's just doing this stuff, and then he goes into like some, you know, goofy heel moves of back scratching and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, he's like so nonchalant about it. He's like, you know, being lazy. Next thing you know, he's like, 450. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, so that one should be that one will be a pretty good match too. But then we move on to a match that we can't really predict: Zack Saber Jr. versus some to be announced, because Bryan Danielson is a flake, a powder puff, you know, a snowflake who gets hurt all the time, so he can't face Zack Saber Jr. Anyways, I would think Zack Saber would bury his ass anyways, in my opinion. But
this guy's like a man with like, there's one guy called Man 1000 Hole, but this guy's like a man of 20,000 hole, man. He's got like counters on top of counters, like he counters a punch with a kick. Like,
he has like half a dozen counters for a clothesline. How many people like, and his ability to, you know, move so well, his fluidity in matches, his counters and stuff is absolutely uncanny. I've never seen anybody move so well and do things so quickly and not even see it. His technical level, everyone praises Danielson, but I'm still trying to find what they're praising, because I've gone back in time and tried to see it, and it's just like a quarter of what Zack Saber Jr. can do.
Yeah.
I'm probably, if people watch this, they'll probably, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't care, like Taz, I don't care what the YouTubes say.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to pick with Zack Saber Jr., even though I don't know who's going to pick. But like, I used to like didn't like this guy because like, I thought it was like kind of slow stuff, but then when you watch him, you're like, man, this guy's like super technical, super creative with like his counters and counters.
It's just, like, and it's almost not even just mind-blowing to watch, but even funny. We were laughing at all the counters he kept doing in his matches at times. Like, it was just...
You don't see this.
I remember seeing him do a match with Shingo Takagi, and just like the counters those two were doing were like constantly. Like, that's what I love about New Japan, is it's just, it's so off the charts with everything that these guys are capable of doing.
So like in sports, they say like good defense is a good offense. This guy's defense is amazing. He just counters every single move, and you can't do a move to him, so he wins. He does all the offense, right?
He's like a really difficult wrestler in a video game.
Exactly. You're like, darn that, Zack Saber Jr. is cheating.
Then we move on to the main event, I believe. Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Obviously sort of out of nowhere, because, you know, that old fooker CM Punk got hurt right after winning the belt. So we got Moxley versus Tanahashi, which I think is might be a little better. I think Moxley can probably do a little bit more and work a little better with Tanahashi than Punk would.
Yeah, he's gonna bring the pain, and like, you know, he's a little bit younger and go a little bit harder kind of thing.
Well, yeah, we would have had two guys in their mid-40s going toe-to-toe. Now it's not that we have to worry about that.
And that's funny, because like after that pay-per-view and then he won the belt, I was thinking for sure he's going to Forbidden Doors. And you actually told me, you're like, he's not going to Forbidden Doors. You were true.
Well, what, CM Punk?
Yeah. You said he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna wrestle in New Japan. And you're correct.
Oh,
there you go.
Was it because I thought he was brittle, or I don't know. Yeah, so I think Forbidden Door might actually potentially be, on paper, could potentially be better than any AEW pay-per-view, in my opinion, just because there's so much talent and so many wild matchups and big matches. Not like, we got what, 4-ways, 8-ways, 6-way matches, tons of tags, lots of just dynamic wrestlers going toe to toe here, and maybe, just maybe, Kenny Omega comes back and surprises us all. And, you know, I'm thinking him and Jay White have some unfinished business, so that would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like, I was thinking Omega's gonna come back and do a match, but he hasn't. So, like, for sure, he has to make a surprise appearance.
It's been a good 8 months, you know, or so, that he's been healing up. So I'm hoping this is where he comes back. It would absolutely be perfect. This would absolutely be perfect for him to come back to.
And you hear the prediction here first.
Yeah, the prediction here first. So share this, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let us know what you think of our predictions, or if you have any predictions. If you don't like our predictions, you know, give us a thumbs down and go fuck off. Whatever you want to do, we don't care, because that's how we roll up here in the hot Canadian North right now. The very hot. I'm sweating, and he's sweating under that mask. Anyways, until next time, folks, how about some heavy wrestling?